As a kid growing up, was there a player who you idolised, who you kind of mimicked a bit in the backyard?
Bernie will hate me for saying this, but Kim Hughes was my favourite player.
Was he?
Growing up. Yeah, I loved the way that he played. He was ultra flamboyant. All those, some of those shots saw there, down on the one knee, cover drives, hooking and pulling the West Indies in their pomp. He was my favourite for sure.
Just a follow-up question. So why didn't you like David Byrne?
I love David Byrne, and he knows that.
That's how I read that.
Well, we're going to get to Booney in just 1 minute. But before we get to Booney, I want to go right back to backyard cricket, which is where we all start. And you used to have some epic battles with your younger brother, Drew. Now, is it true that you used to bat until he got you out, and on occasion that meant you would bat for like 5 days?
Yeah, 3 or 4 weeks, probably closer to that.
3 or 4? 3 or 4 weeks, and he would bowl to you?
Yeah, we used to play obviously most nights after school in the summertime, school holidays. You'd round up all your mates from the local neighbourhood and play. But yeah, I sort of said to him at an early age, look, I think it'd be good for you if you try and become a bowler, because I was really keen on becoming a batter. So it's going to be your instance if you become a bowler. So he ended up bowling a lot, and then as I said, those 3 or 4 weeks he'd finally get me out, and then I'd have a chance to bowl 2 or 3 balls to him, knock him over, then I'd go back.
And then he would embark on another 400 over spell.
Yeah, he's.
How old was he? How old was he when he shouldered? Did you find?
No, it was stress fractures came first. There was no workload management back in those days.
When you were playing at schoolboy cricket, is it true that the Tasmanians had to invent the Ponting rule, which was that you had to mandatory retirement?
Yeah, I'm not sure how the story actually goes, but what I know is I think the first 3 games of senior cricket for me in grade 5 it was in primary school. First 3 games I made like 50, 60 and 70 or something in those first 3 games. I think they were 30 over games we played then, which sort of meant that a lot of the other kids weren't getting a hit. So I turned up for the 4th game, and there was a new rule that had been in place that you had to retire at 30. So in my back of my own mind, I love batting that much that I wasn't going to get to 30 quickly. I was going to just draw it out.
Wait, no!
Face the first 5, get a single off the last ball, make sure I make my strike. And then I do that for all 29 overs, right? I'll be 29 not out, then I hit a 6 in the last over, 5 not out.
That is... Troy, you're the best.